Hey, happy Friday to you. We're going live real quick. A little behind schedule. I had a client call this morning, which typically I don't do client calls this early in the morning. We need to get it in because I'm taking a trip next week to Colorado, which means that next week's live streams may be diminished or adjusted because I'll depend upon where I'm at. I may or may not be able to do this as much because I'm going to be traveling a little bit. But hey, good morning to you guys. I want to have a conversation about magic in motion. Today, it's a thought that 11:11. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's 11:11 for you. Oh, good morning. I appreciate Casino Casey. I think it was this. So here's the thought. I went yesterday to Great America. Great America is a theme park out here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Took my family out there. You might have saw the post on Instagram. I have no idea if you did. If you didn't, we went to Great America. And it's kind of crazy. Like, you're standing in rides and you're standing in lines for the rides and all this cool stuff. But there's something that happens. Good morning, Coach Debbie Chandler. There's something that happens. I found that's a little bit unique. And it's something I believe also has to tie to our lives. And here's what I found, man, when it comes to magic in motion. We can sit there all day long looking at the ride. We stand in line. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. We can see it. It's going to be awesome. We sit there and look at the ride, 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 right? And then eventually what happens, you go through the line, you wait. And then at one moment in time, you actually get on to the ride. Now, what's interesting about how you get on to the ride is there's a transition period. There's an anticipation. There's a different feel. It's not like waiting in line. It's not like you just sat there and watched it happen all day. There's an anticipation period of building up to it. All of a sudden you get in, you buckle, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, it's about to go. And this is where I believe that a lot of us never get to in life, unfortunately. We don't get to that transition. Good morning, Shell. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, James West. We never get to the point of actually getting to that next level of the transition into anticipation to actually take that step and for things to move. Because here's what I do know, and I know you got to know this. What ends up happening is when we actually are finally into the flow, whenever we get on the ride, that's when things get great. That's when it's a whole different thing. Standing in line is nothing. Getting into transition is nothing. Anticipation is nothing until it gets to the point where your butt's finally in motion on the ride. We rode this ride yesterday called what was it called? Gold Striker. This is the fastest. What's up, John? This is the fastest wooden roller coaster I've ever rode in my life. This thing was moving. I kid you not. I felt like I'm serious. I felt like at one point we were going to fly off the track. It scared me. Like genuine fear rushed through all my veins for a split second. But the stupid thing was going so fast. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning, Yoshia. How you doing? Jennifer, hey. Danny Trujillo, hey. So what I noticed was, man, I was like, there's a different kind of feel that comes into this. And there's magic in the motion. There isn't magic in the thought. There isn't magic in the maybe this happened. There's no magic in the line. You're watching everybody ride the ride. There's no magic in anticipation. There's magic in the motion of doing something. And so what I found for a lot of people is we're not in the space of doing the motion. So you're missing the magic. You're missing the magic. So what's the magic, Anthony? What does that mean? Well, the magic, in my opinion, is the magic of doing something. We as humans are happiest in motion, in creation, in doing something, right? So when we're to the point of just like, hey, what's up, Fabian? We're just doing our thing and kind of like hanging out and we're in line. We're thinking about it. I want to do it. It's going to be cool what I do. It's going to be great. But you're in line, right? Maybe you get to that point where you're in a middle transition, like you leave your career because you want to go start a business. That's the transition period. Alerts in my phone. There's an anticipation for what it'll be like when it gets to going, when the business is launched, when I have my clients, but we rarely get there for a lot of people. A lot of people have great ideas, but horrible execution on stuff. They don't get into motion. So they miss all the magic. And they go, oh, I tried it. It wasn't for me. It wasn't that great. Or I don't know what it is. And there's something wrong with what I do. No, you just never got into true motion. Because just like a roller coaster, here's the truth. It's scary. Yeah, it is. Just like it's a scary thing. Rebecca says she left her. She knows what it is. Yeah, Rebecca, you get it. It's scary. My mother-in-law yesterday, we had to talk her into getting the rides because the thought of getting out of line onto a ride was scary because it's scary in motion too. The speed of it. I thought I might have flew off the track at one point in time. You know what I mean? Like there's a feeling of fear that goes into it, but that fear creates excitement. Right past that fear is an excitement, there's a joy, and far too few people are getting into that. More people are afraid of the fear and the energy that goes with fear than understanding how beautiful the excitement is once you're riding the roller coaster. Because you might have been scared before, but once you get on that roller coaster and you ride the damn thing, gets moving, you're like, ooh, man, this thing feels good. I want to go again. Give me another one. So when you're looking at people going, how do they do that every day? How do they get up and lead that life and walk that path and do that thing? How do they do it? Hey, they just got into action. They got into motion. All of a sudden, motion created some magic, and all of a sudden, it's great. But you got to get out of line. You got to get into line first, then get out of line, transition, and get on the stinking ride of your life. Yes, Amy, you get it. You got to ride the ride all 8 seconds. Some of those things go a little longer. It was crazy yesterday. That one lasted for sure longer, 8 seconds. There was this ride that dropped straight down. It was, I don't know what it was called something riding the line. I don't know what it was. It literally go over the edge and straight to the ground, like straight shot. It was crazy. So that's my message for you today. As Friday comes, and Fridays always has a different spot for my life, not because I want to end the week on a high note. My thing is, there is magic in the motion. Just like I was in these roller coasters yesterday, that motion is like getting on the roller coaster. It is scary, but that's where the joy is found, the excitement's found, the anticipation sitting in line, talking about your dream, the anticipation of transitioning, right? Getting started on it. It's nothing like being in motion. That's why it's so hard for people to get to the point of like telling somebody, hey, pay me for this. Interesting. A lot of people I have in my world that I start working with, I find a lot of fear is based around, I know what to do and I know it could be good, but I don't know if can I ask for money for that? Can people actually, is it okay to have people pay me for this service? Why wouldn't they? Why would they not? If you're going to give them value, they're saying, hey, you're of value. Why would you not go ahead and take that and give them value? Right? Because that's you getting on the ride and it's scary. That's why. So get to the point of getting past a business card and a logo made and a website done and I got to work on myself and all these things. Get past these moments and get into the action of it. You'll find that once you're in that mode, there's magic in that motion. That's the message for you today. I hope it lands. I hope you feel it. I hope that next week you get into some motion a little bit different than you've been doing this week. Hopefully get some traction going because in that space is where life is lived at an amazing pace and things change. That's it. That's all I got for you today. Have a blessed Friday. Do whatever the hell it is that you want to do, and do something great. Have some fun this weekend, man. It's a good summertime weekend day. So do something joyous, inspirational, and fun, and share it with me. Here's the thing. I comment to you guys, and I love this. I would love to know what you guys are up to. I'm always curious. Rochelle, oh yes, Rochelle has our GPS planner that puts you in motion, which I guess reminds me, if you guys are curious about all the stuff I talk about, the things that I do here that I talk about, the idea is not just to give you thoughts and inspiration to move on. I do this for a living. On a daily basis, I have clients that I work with and I guide them through these pieces, not in just motivation, but tactical execution of processes that allow you to get yourself in that next level tick, right? It's pretty simple actually for what I do. It's just energy work on your end, which you're gonna give energy anyway, so give it the right way. So if you're curious, like, hey, man, I wanna know more, just message me the word shift. Just go to DM the word shift, wherever it's at, and I'll guide you through the process of what we do. Yes, what we do is not free, just so you're aware, but I'm also not this guy that's like, give me $100,000 to do stuff. But I provide a service that allows people to go and make good money, to fix their marriages, to get in better shape. Like it's a human process. And if you understand how to do it like I've done it in my life, it's a game changer. So if you're curious, like how does he do what he does? How does that work? Not at an aspect of like the business, but as a human, how can I go hang with my family and still take care of my body and still be happy and enjoy my life at my pace? I'll show you exactly how we do it. So hit the button, whatever it is, send me a message, just DM the word shift. Outside of that, have a blessed rest of your Friday. See you guys on Monday. Take care. See you. All right. I'm going to find the button for these things sometimes. I'm out.